Okay, the road is blocked off going towards the center of the historical center of Mexico City. There are people protesting here from the region of Oaxaca. I think it's the indigenous population of Mexico, and most probably asking for more rights of themselves, for more recognition, and for more respect for their way and the way of life. And these protest movements, wow, there's lemon and lemon juice, mobile lemon juice, where these guys are improvising themselves to be productive, useful, and contribute to the society, yet their lives are being extremely impeded by the globalization, the global greed, the corporations, what they're earning and what they're taking as profits from these people's suffering and struggle. And a lot of these things goes on around the world as the corporations around the world is making millions and billions and trillions of dollars in profits each year, each day. And the need for the real people who's on the ground here are never been heard, never been recognized, never been respected, never been cared for. And they're going into one of the buildings where most probably the place where they actually see the recognition. It's never been heard. They're actually asking to be heard, and there I can see just there. They're just waiting for the people. They're beating onto that the front panel, the window, and it's one of those things that around the world, as you can see, these sort of posters get posted pretty much everywhere in the world. The more and more protest movements are becoming a regular sight around the entire world, and yet people doesn't seem to be, the real politicians, the leaders doesn't seem to be understanding about any of these causes of the struggle, that the inhuman behavior of the corporations and what they don't actually expect of. So here we are, just at one of the sites, which I presume is a place where they're speaking loudly to be heard of, and yet again that voice is very, very little being heard. I'm at the very center of
Estuvo y está de acuerdo en todo esto. ¿De dónde se imaginan ustedes todo esto que está ocurriendo y que le han tolerado todo? Acuérdense al principio cuántos de nuestros compañeros no fueron golpeados. Y todo esto lo hemos tolerado, nos hemos aguantado. Queremos llevar una lucha, sobre todo con la razón. Pero estamos viendo que el gobierno en ese sentido no hace caso de esto. Y luego lo primero que hacen es a través de la Policía Federal, luego venir la policía para aplacarlo. Pero lógico que mis compañeros, no es que nos vemos ahí, sobre todo dándole indicaciones para que vengan, estén ahí gritando, compañeros. Es que el problema que tenemos todos es grave, pero también debe ser consciente el gobierno. El gobierno debe de entender y de ver. ¿Por qué? Porque el problema día a día se está agravando, pero no únicamente aquí, sino en el país. Nosotros queremos un país de paz, es lo que queremos. No queremos los problemas como están ahorita en Venezuela y en algunos en el Medio Oriente. Por eso, compañeros, yo que muchos de nosotros nos hemos aguantado. Sabemos muchos de nuestros compañeros soldados que me encuentro entre ellos, que muchos de nosotros ya no tenemos pues esa energía como estábamos.
Les exhorto a todos ustedes
a que hagamos una labor general con todos aquellos compañeros que aún siguen pensando que de aquel lado está la solución. Yo nomás les voy a dar algunos datos por si algunos no lo saben. Díganme la clínica 26, díganme todo lo que hay. Adelante. Apoyo total a Jorge General. Todos. Apoyo total a Jorge General. A Jorge General. Apoyo total a Jorge General. Apoyo total a Jorge General. Apoyo total a Jorge General. Apoyo total.
Yeah, the voice of the people that must be heard by the governments and the corporations around the world.
Aquí están los trabajadores, no partidos políticos. Aquí estamos luchando de algo que nos causaron problemas en ese entonces, el gobierno de Felipe Calderón. Pero ahora vean lo que hace ese señor. Vean lo que hace con la oceanografía. Se enriquecieron y todos nosotros como trabajadores hay que pagar todas sus pinches porquerías. Y miren, camaradas, no es que tengamos mucho valor para pararnos aquí y decirlo, pero créanme ya, miren, estamos hasta la madre de todo esto que nos viene sucediendo. No queremos que el gobierno, óiganlo bien, suceda aquí lo mismo que está sucediendo en Michoacán. Que lo entienda, que lo vea, porque no es a través de la represión.
There are several different processes.
Es a través, compañeros, de que hay que entender,
must be heard.
porque ya no podemos estar soportando tanto. Lo peor de todo es que muchos piensan que nos estamos nada más vacilando. Pero aquí estamos manifestándonos, porque también nosotros queremos que haya solución a este problema, camaradas. Por eso, compañeros, debemos ser todos solidarios. Todos en ese sentido debemos estar unidos y hacer la labor con aquellos compañeros que aún piensan, fíjense bien, que de aquel lado está la solución. ¿Saben por qué? Porque a muchos los están maiciando.
The governments around the world should listen to their people on a daily basis. The people's struggle, the people's voice, the people's rights, at most times are being ignored and forgotten about pretty much everywhere in the world. And the voices, thousands and millions of voices that are being heard, they have presented themselves here. A very little is being heard from these big buildings that are rising constantly upwards with massive profits. And all those buildings, the buildings does not make life right. The rights of the life should be on the ground, on the streets, where just like the protest movements here are promoting and showing and sharing about the voice of many thousands, many millions across the entire nations, and it would expand to the entire world. Wherever I travel, more and more people are being involved in these sort of protests to try and get their message of what is important in life. None of these big buildings, none of these towers give life to the humanity. All these doing is actually putting barriers, smoke screens and bubbles that are creating, which are so fragile. The fragility of the world does not go down to the people on the street. And that said, we need to be mindful of what we are doing to our society as a whole, the human values as a whole. And those values needs to be heard by the people who are in these big buildings, who are in these towers, who are in glass, ivory towers, and those should be open, embrace life. I call it chicharron. It's one of the delicatessens here in Mexico. And if you look, the majority of the population here are doing all they can to make a living. Yet, there's very little change that occurs for the welfare and the benefit that they can actually reap from daily life. The daily struggle is incredible. Here I am in one of the busy streets which are being cordoned off for the given the opportunity for protest. So here we are in central Mexico. There's a lady here making some food for the people, and these are the people that we should improvise and empower in the society, and give a chance to be part of the society, be part of the community. None of these buildings actually have the life, the essence of life captured in there. It's just glass, concrete, steel, has no life. They're dead material. We must understand that basic fundamentals of life, the humans that we need to encourage. And this lady doing all she can, working day and night to make her ends meet in life. Incredible, absolutely incredible. Incredible. Here we are, once again, that food cart, a mobile food cart. She's doing all she can to make her life, doing what she can to contribute to the society as a whole. I really cannot explain anymore how important it is for us all to remind ourselves of the real need of our human existence on this planet, because more and more, wherever we go, more and more what we see is this enclosure, these boundaries, these fences, these obstacles in front of us, instead of allowing the life to evolve in a normal, with basic values, basic recognition for humans. That doesn't happen anywhere in the world anymore. There's not a place on earth that I see these values are being promoted, these values are being heard, these voices are being heard. None of it. Okay, another day, another struggle, a movement out there with their voice on the streets of here in the city of Mexico, and I hope they will gain some ground to make progress in what they are looking for. At least their basic values be heard.